my way home, yeah.
Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steven.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And we're going to talk about what we have noticed is going on in the world. First thing we've done is we've changed our resolution on our show, so we don't know how this is going to turn out. So you'll all be the guinea pigs with us. I did order new computer parts from Cyber Monday. Woohoo! So it'll take a little while to get that built, get it shipped in, get it built, because I ordered parts, not a computer. And I just, uh-oh. There you go.
Hey, I know what you are.
No, I'm cold.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You're in Vegas. It's never cold in Vegas.
Okay, so first out, I freaked out. I pulled up the Weather Channel, and I don't know how this happened, but the temperature for Thursday, November 30th, is 19 degrees in Vegas for the high. With a low of 5.
That would be like really weird.
Right? And then Friday is 20 degrees, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to freeze to death here.
I'm still wearing shorts, but yeah.
Okay, somehow my settings are in Celsius.
Well, apparently our show is being in Europe is popular here, so.
But the menu says 59 degrees Fahrenheit, but then when you go to the forecast, it's in centigrade.
Celsius.
Or Celsius. Celsius. What's centigrade? What's the difference between centigrade and Celsius? Now we put a monkey wrench into the thing here.
See?
Okay.
Centigrade. It's not, they're similar, but they're different.
Difference.
It could be worse. We could be talking Kelvin.
Between, what did I say?
Celsius and centigrade. At first I thought it was distance in centigrade, but centigrade is not distance.
What's the difference between, I just want Celsius. They're asking me about Fahrenheit too. I don't need to know about Fahrenheit. The most common temperature scale in the world, and simplest to understand, thank you world, simply put, is 0 degrees C. But it doesn't say which is the freezing point of water, and 100 degrees C, which is the boiling point of water. Centigrade is an old-fashioned name for Celsius. So I'm just old-fashioned, like that clock behind you.
Exactly.
We're just old-fashioned. So centigrade is an
That's what your
old-fashioned
kids
name for
keep
Celsius.
saying about you too. So
Yeah, I'm old-fashioned. But then I flipped over to the other channel. It's still going to be cold. Okay? Just so you know, that's 67 degrees. The high is going to be 67. Over the weekend, it's going to get down to 63 for the high. That means it's going to get to 40 degrees. 40 degrees for the cold.
I would still be outside cutting my grass with my shirt off at that temperature.
This is cold. I would be freezing. I'm going to be freezing. Pansy? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's a word that we could say on our show.
I don't think so. I'm just big baby.
Yeah. Should we get you a ambulance?
Well, you want to know what my favorite wine is, right? But I don't want to go to Florida. It's too humid.
They're right. That's true, though.
It is. It's awful. It is awful.
Now, it's okay if you're in the water, like where I would be all the time.
Well, yeah, but then it's 100% humidity.
Yes, but it's much more pleasant. See, 80 degrees saturated by 80-degree water is wonderful, but when you're at 95 degrees with 95% humidity, it is just not nice.
Well, I might be old-fashioned. Well, okay, I am old-fashioned because I was calling us YouTubers. Oh, no,
right.
No. We are content creators for YouTube. You're a content creator for YouTube. I'm a content creator for YouTube.
That is the PC way no, that's not PC. What do they call that?
That's what I'm putting on my resume.
Instead of a janitor, you're a sanitation engineer. What do they call that?
I'm putting it on my resume. And when they go to hire me, they're going to go, well, does that mean you spend a lot of time online? And I'm like, why, yes. getting people to come to your business. Now, don't you want to hire me? Because I understand all this new social media. At least that's
And
what it's
yet
going to say on
I'm
my
older
resume.
and I have the skills that you want also.
That's right. I'm mature. I'm.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Don't watch the show. Uh, but yeah, right? I mean, that works. Oh man, putting on that hood messed up everything. I'm all discombobulated here. Everything's crooked. Do I look crooked? Ball didn't hit me hard, did it? No, that was not even a smart thing to do there. That just made everything worse. I think my ears are out of alignment.
Did you get your ears lowered?
There's really, yeah. Okay.
Now here's the funny part. You got that right away. How many people have no idea why I said that?
Because you're old timey.
I know.
Old timey people say, "Hey, when you get a haircut, you got your ears lowered." Ha ha ha.
Or you got them all cut. Not just one.
But yeah, I think that'll go good on my resume.
I agree, especially nowadays, because everything's all about the social media. I mean,
and people don't realize how much work is really involved in managing your social media presence.
yes,
And it's definitely something we can do, but it does involve you being online, managing what you want to say, what people are saying about you, replying to people, making sure you're giving them back messages. If somebody pans you, go ahead and take care of that that message that they were disappointed in whatever service they got.
it is one of the drawbacks to being in my line of work where I work so much is sometimes it takes me a while to get back to them, and that I don't like that because in that face-to-face thing, I take care of things right away. I've always been that way. But then I'm so swamped, 2 weeks later, I go on my Facebook and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't been here 2 weeks and people contacted me. And now I feel stupid because I didn't respond right away.
Yeah, no, that's why you have to have it on the bus with you on your phone, and you're going to have to
I got it now.
put down the book. Yeah, you're going to have to put down the book. Although, see, so that's the other problem, right? Great entrepreneurs, great leaders are always learning. They're always learning. They're always getting better. They're always working on ways to improve themselves. So that's one of the things that you're doing is working on improving yourself, reading. What's one of the big things that I'm doing for 2017, 2018. Definitely going back, reading a lot of the originals, reading Brian Tracy, these books there's nothing new with how to work with people and how to treat people. It's the same How to Win Friends and Influence People with Zig Ziglar.
Correct.
He still had it. Oh, excuse me. He still had it right. That hasn't changed. So going back and reading these things and then applying them and believing it, believing what you're doing, enjoying what you're doing, that's the biggest part of anything. There's a university in California, Southern California. Every few years they do this study and they redo it. People buy from you because they like you and they trust you.
Correct.
So it's not the price. Some people, it's just the price
Yes.
doesn't matter. But a majority of the people buy because they like you and they trust you. And if they don't like you or trust you, then that's no good. And you've got to believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in what you're doing, if you haven't bought in, then you're not going to sell.
That's correct.
So, and people go, oh, I'm not a salesman. I don't sell. Look, I got some bad news for you. Your whole life is sales.
That's right, because you're selling yourself to everybody around you.
How do you get friends? You sell yourself to your friends.
Of course,
How do you get a mate for life?
of course there are some people I know that have no friends, but
Well, they don't because they believe they're not salespeople, and they're not, and they don't want to sell, and they won't. That's where you get into ego, right? So,
Yeah.
so a lot of
Definitely.
people, it's all about them, and on our show, it's a little bit different. It can be all about us because we're here to speak to our audience. Our
Correct.
audience doesn't have a chance yet to give us feedback live. It's all afterwards. But when they do give us feedback, when you make comments on the bottom, I try to get back to you, make sure that I say something, and I appreciate all the comments. So thank you all for that. But I'm feeding people's egos because that's how I can get things done.
That's right.
And not, what are you trying to accomplish? Do you want to win or do you want to get your way?
And the cool thing is, I'm looking at your picture right now, and that nose is not brown.
No, it's not. Not that
See,
far.
that's a good fine.
It's a fine line.
Yes, it is.
Where you want to put your yeah. You want to know where one person starts and the other one ends. You don't want to be combined together there. But there was a very funny. How is funny, but it's blowing up on the web right now of a situation where a person thought they had it all set. They were, God, they were ready. They were like, I've got the best spot. Something happened to them, and it's kind of funny listening to their reaction. Now, I don't know if you can hear the reaction when I put it up on here, but I'm going to share this with you. So let me go here
Another first for our
and let me
channel.
go here. And we don't know what this is going to do, so you're all going to do this with us. I'm going to share this and this, and now you should be able to see it. So now I'm going to hit play. 20 seconds. I don't know if you heard that. He goes 20 seconds. And this is the destruction of the dome, the Georgia Dome. This is where they house. Oh, there's a countdown in the back. Now here comes the explosion. And there comes the MARTA bus.
How perfect is that?
Wait. And it's gone. So in the background, the Weather Channel guy is like, "Oh, dude, what?" So it's just so funny that this guy does. I'm going to stop sharing, bring us back out this way, see if that
Yes,
works.
it was killing your audio.
Was it killing my audio?
Yes.
Okay. Bummers. Well, new computer coming soon, which might fix this and might not fix it. But so funny. So now people are taking that bus. They've cut just the bus out, and they're putting it over important things in history, blocking stuff like happening, like the moon landing. And as he goes to take one small step for man, and the bus pulls up on the moon, blocks it so you can't see him land on the moon, and then pulls away. It's just some very, very, very funny things out there. So way to go, MARTA Bus.
I love it.
but yeah.
And plus the fact that other people are taking advantage of their skills and making other people laugh. That makes me happy too.
It is. It was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the other things that came up. So go ahead and post some of the things that you thought were funny that they did with the MARTA Bus on the bottom. Pub it out. But yeah, the poor weatherman. Okay. And why is the Weather Channel, which we started the show with, why is the Weather Channel covering
The demolition of a
demolition
stadium.
of a stadium?
You know, that's a really good question.
Is news gotten that bad, or hey,
Well-
guess what?
This is in Atlanta, you said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they built the new dome, so that was the
yeah, the weather
Georgia Dome.
in Georgia does change. So it's not like, it'd be boring. So, like San Diego, where for 3 weeks straight, the 70, sunny 70, sunny 70, sunny 70, that would be
Right,
boring.
right,
So you look for things to do. But Georgia, it can be 95 degrees one day and 60 the next day.
Yeah, so that was on November 20th. So the Georgia Dome implosion was on the weather, and then the Weather Channel tried to film the Georgia Dome, but oh man, they used the Georgia Dome for 25 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
CNN used it, but
It would have been nice if they'd given it to me. I could have used it for stuff too.
well, they've already built a new stadium, and so it was just sitting there empty.
Which means they didn't need it. They could have just given it to me, and
Right, okay.
I could have, done some shows in it and had some fun. Of course, I probably couldn't afford any of the expenses of that place, but
Well, I'll have to take some pictures. We in Las Vegas don't build buildings anymore. We just put up these huge, and I mean huge tents. Tents that are bigger than buildings. Tents that are
don't you get any wind out there?
yes.
I can't.
They put mylar, or I don't know what the material is they put over it. But these tents are huge. They built 3 long ones. They're probably, I would probably say you could probably put 3 football fields end to end. It's got to be 300 yards long, and it's 50 yards wide. There's 3 of them over by the furniture World Furniture Mart. So that's at downtown, just when you go, as you're coming into downtown. Now they're building a new one behind the Link. The Link is where the high roller is, the big Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Do I have it on there?
I do not
No,
see it.
no, it would be over here somewhere, but it's not. Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
Um, they're building a huge tent. And it's not really a tent; it's a building. I mean, they put sprinklers inside this thing and everything, but it's temporary structure that becomes permanent. And they're building a bridge from the Sands Convention Center over the road to get to this thing. So I'll go get some pictures of that, and we'll have that
Okay.
on a future episode.
We
But
have
crazy.
some places that I go to as a wedding DJ that are like giant tents. They call them pavilions, but
Yeah, and then the Silverton Hotel and Casino actually built one that's like a permanent place where they do their concerts, they do banquets in there. Oh, I can't remember what the name of the room is. They actually have a name for the room, and they have a sign inside the hotel where it used to be a door going to the outside into the parking lot, but now it
right.
just goes into this room. And there's electrical permanently wired, the sprinkler system permanently in there, but it's a tent. It's a giant tent.
Cool.
These things are huge. So that's what they do. So you get one of those instead because it's got to be way cheaper than the Georgia Dome, unless you want to do concerts. You can do a concert and sing for us.
Exactly. I think
Okay.
that'd be cool.
Oh,
I've never performed in a stadium.
speaking of concerts, is Alpine Valley open or closed?
You got to remember, it's Alpine Valley is the resort. Alpine Valley Music Theater is different.
Okay.
It's
Because I thought
Still-
I saw some stuff that they were going to do concerts there coming up in 2018.
well, I'm hoping because I lost 25% of my business this year with them not being open.
Sure. Well, people wanting to go to the concert, that would be great. But
Yes.
okay, so yeah, let me know about that too. That's kind of cool.
You
So
bet.
I'll get pictures of tents. You get pictures of this, and you wouldn't have to worry about the Georgia Dome or having one if you had Jeff Bezos' money.
That's true. I'll tell you something that he made some serious bucks.
Yes,
Well-
all because of Black Friday. Apparently,
Technically, it's not that he made bucks.
He's
he
worth.
made net worth. Yes.
yeah, he's worth it. Well, just like Bill Gates. Bill Gates doesn't have all that money, but if he was to sell all of his stock,
Right.
he would have that money.
Yes.
So let's
Yes.
see.
It's not like he can reach into his wallet and say, "Here's $20 billion to buy this." It doesn't work
Yeah.
that way.
It has exceeded $100 billion trading places with Bill Gates. So Bill Gates was the guy before it. That's 9, 10, 11 zeros.
I'd settle
11
for
zeros.
8.
Eight zeros?
Yes.
Let's see. 25 million. Wow. That's just crazy. But he gets that because he's a CEO. They get bonuses and
Correct.
stock options and that. So that's crazy. Yep. I
I
want that
don't
kind of
have. Well, everybody does. Well, I know a few people that don't ever want to have that kind of money because they couldn't handle it, and they know they couldn't handle it. But the things that I would do with that kind of money, and things you probably the same way because we're similar in that stuff.
Philanthropy.
Things to be able. Yes. Oh my.
Well, Bill Gates has done a lot of philanthropy.
Tremendous amount.
That would be a subject for another show
Yes.
if we had time. But we
Yeah,
don't.
'cause no.
So unfortunately, we're going to thank you all for watching this show, and hopefully the quality was good. We tried some new things, and we'll see what happens.
Exactly. And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
Then please subscribe, like, and watch our other shows and channels. That way, if you're on the computer screen down there, I want to see what this looks like on the new resolution. Down at the bottom, if you're on your phone, definitely, we appreciate everybody who's subscribed already. Please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. We're
frenemies.
good. And with that, we'll see you at the next show.
Have a good one.
Be crazy. But you still amaze me.